Why do so many of us feel like the older we get, the smaller our circle becomes? You probably remember being younger, school, college, maybe even your early 20s, where it felt like you had endless friends, group chats that never stopped buzzing, and plans every single weekend. But as time passes, you look around and you notice something. A lot of those friendships just aren't there anymore. Some fade quietly, others end abruptly, and some just drift off without any drama at all. If you ever wondered why this happens, you're not alone, and it's not just you. Friendships naturally evolve, and sometimes they even dissolve as we move through our life. Today we're diving into 3 major reasons why friendships fade as you get older. Part 1 is life stages pull people in different directions. 2, quality begins to replace quantity. And 3, letting go creates space for the right friendships and connections in your life. So let's unpack this together. Before we get into the video, leave a like, drop a comment, and tell me what you think of this, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this every single week. Part 1, life stages pull people in different directions. When we're young, friendships form out of proximity and shared experiences. You're in the same school, the same class, the same sports team, or even just living in the same neighborhood. It's effortless. You don't have to try hard to stay connected because life automatically places you side by side. But as we grow older, those paths that we are on begin to split. Some people go to college in another state, others dive straight into a career, some start families, some travel, some focus on personal growth, and some might even stay in the same place they've always been. Suddenly, you're no longer moving in parallel, you're on completely different train tracks. Think about this. If you are working a 9-to-5 job and your best friend from high school is pursuing music gigs at night, your schedules just don't line up anymore. And it's not that you care less, it's that the rhythm of your lives no longer syncs the way that it used to. Another big factor is responsibilities. In your teens and early 20s, free time is abundant. You can hang out on a whim, spend hours talking on the phone, or stay up all night with friends. But as bills, deadlines, kids, and careers enter the picture, free time becomes a luxury. And naturally, some friendships fade not out of malice, but simply out of practicality. Life transitions also change who we naturally connect with. For example, becoming a parent often binds people with other parents because they share the same struggles and joys. Meanwhile, the friend who still lives a carefree single lifestyle might feel like they're on a completely different planet compared to your world of diapers, school drop-offs, and pediatrician visits. And it's not about wrong or right, it's about phases. Sometimes the phases you're in just don't overlap with the people who once felt closest. And here's the truth. Friendships fading in these stages doesn't always mean the bond is broken. Some friendships are seasonal. They serve you deeply in one stage of life and then they naturally drift away as your lives evolve. And that's okay. Part number 2 is quality replaces quantity in your adult friendships. In your teens and early 20s, friendships often revolve around numbers. You might feel validated by how many friends you have, how many people show up to your party, or how many group chats you're a part of. It feels like the wider your circle, the better. But something shifts as you grow older. Quantity stops mattering as much. Instead, quality becomes the deciding factor in who stays in your life. Why? Because time and energy are now limited. You don't have endless hours to keep up with every casual friend anymore. Instead, you begin prioritizing people who bring genuine value to your life. The ones who understand you, the ones that support you, and the ones that align with your personal values. You start asking deeper questions about your friendship. Like, does this person make me feel seen and understood? Do I trust them with my personal struggles? Do they bring positivity and growth into my life, or do they drain me? Adult friendships are less about constant presence and more about meaningful connection. That one friend you don't talk to for months but can pick right back up with, that becomes infinitely more valuable than 10 friends you share only surface level laughs with. And let's be honest, drama tolerance goes way down with age. When you're younger, maybe you put up with gossip, competitive energy, or friends who constantly take more than they give. But as you get older, you realize your peace is priceless, and you'd rather have 2 friends who bring calm and joy than 20 who bring chaos. This transition can feel like a loss at first. You might look back and think, wow, I used to have so many friends. Where did everyone go? But what actually happened is refinement. You're no longer spreading yourself thin. You're investing in depth over breadth. And here's the thing. Deeper friendships often require more effort. They're not built by default like school friendships. They're intentional. They require scheduling, that catch-up coffee, even when life is busy. showing up during tough times, and nurturing the bond through trust and consistency. It's harder work, but the payoff is greater. When you find those few people who genuinely align with you, it makes the fading of other friendships feel like less of a loss and more like a natural filter. Part 3, letting go creates space for the right connections. One of the hardest lessons about growing older is realizing that letting go is actually a form of self-growth. Friendships aren't meant to be held on to at all costs. Some are chapters, not lifelong stories, and when we cling to friendships that have naturally run their course, we close ourselves off from new, healthier connections. Think about it like a closet. If you keep hanging on to clothes that don't fit anymore, you leave no room for new pieces that actually suit your current style. Friendships are similar. Holding on to bonds that no longer align can weigh you down, leaving less time, space, and emotional energy for the people who are actually meant to walk with you now. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting the good times or erasing the impact someone had on your life. It means recognizing that their role in your story might be complete. And that's not failure, that's growth. Sometimes letting go is mutual and gentle. You simply stop reaching out, and so do they. Other times it requires more intention, especially if the friendship has become toxic or one-sided. Saying goodbye to a friend can just feel as heavy as a breakup, but it often clears the way for the right kind of relationships to enter. And here's the beautiful part. New friendships as an adult may take longer to form, but they're often more aligned. You're clear about who you are, what you value, and what you're looking for in those connections. This self-awareness allows you to attract people who genuinely resonate with your life now, and not just your circumstances. Letting go teaches resilience. It helps you trust that even if some friendships fade, you're capable of creating new ones. It reframes friendships as something dynamic, not static. You don't lose friends, you transition into friendships that fit the person that you're becoming. So why do friendships fade as you get older? It comes down to those 3 big truths. Life stages pull you in different directions. Quality will replace the quantity, and letting go creates a space for the right things in your life. If you're going through this right now, I did it recently, know this, it's normal. It's not a sign you're unlovable or that you failed as a friend. It's simply part of the natural rhythm of life. The key is not to mourn the fading, but to embrace the evolution. Appreciate the friendships that shaped you, invest deeply in the ones that still feel aligned, and stay open to the new connections waiting to find you. Because at the end of the day, friendship isn't about how many people surround you, it's about the depth, trust, and the love of the few who truly walk beside you. So what about you? Have you noticed your circle shrinking as you've gotten older? Do you feel like you gained depth in the friendships that still remain? Drop your thoughts in the comment. I'd love to hear your experience, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this weekly, and maybe share it with a friend who needs this reminder in their life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.